Welcome to the Gridiron Boys podcast. I am your host, Evan Lopez.
I'm your host, Aaron Ross.
And just to let you know, we are not experts. Just throwing it out there.
All right, baby, let's get into this shit. So we're gonna be talking about our preseason favorites to win the Natty. Evan, who's your
Okay.
preseason favorite?
My preseason favorite is gonna be the Clemson Tigers.
Mm.
Yeah, I was torn between them or the Penn State Nittany Lions. They're due one, but sometimes it never happens.
Will Franklin get over that hump?
Exactly. And he's also, we'll get into it later, one of my possible coaches, maybe if he can. I think it's huge. Yeah, look at me weird. But the reason I'm saying Clemson is Cade Klubnik.
Mhm.
I think he had a hell of a year last year. And you know what? And I heard from all these reports is one of the best receiving core in the nation is the Clemson Tigers. And I'm excited to see it.
You see, I personally am torn because I have one of your teams, the Penn State Nittany Lions. I do believe they are one of the most vetted teams to come back. And you look at the past 2 year, two national champions. Who do we have? Michigan. What were they? Vetted. Go back to Ohio State. Vetted. They lost 14 players in the draft last year. Penn State. Vetted with a dog at quarterback. Drew Aller. Remember that name. All right. I also would love to, shout out my boys. I believe
God
me.
damn it.
I believe that.
I knew that shit was coming. Oh, fuck.
I believe we have a chance at bringing home glory. Uh, get together.
Sorry. Okay, I'm good.
Oh,
I, I just I knew Texas was gonna come up, man. But like honestly, it's I mean automatically I think not automatically, but you really deserve it, honestly.
we just gotta hope Arch can perform how he's supposed to perform. I worry that expectations have already gotten way too high.
Yeah, I do agree. I People are like saying, what are they saying, tank for Manning already, Arch?
Tank
I
for
think
Arch.
that listen, let's let the guy like
Yeah,
settle
let him
in,
let him
right?
slang the rock a little bit, man. Let him slang the rock.
Yeah, you
Um,
can't do that.
so then following off that, can we name our top five most interesting teams to watch this year? We could bounce it one pick to one pick, or we can just list a list. How you want to do it?
I think we should go 5-1. I'll go first. You go. Okay, so I don't really have an order. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head. So if I forget something, it is what it is. So five, I'm gonna have to go. I'm biased here. I am a Texas Tech Red Raider fan. We had the number two transfer portal class. I think it was like 13 blue chips. I'm excited to see it. You got a whole new roster. But that is one of the bad things. We don't have the roster we did before. We're bringing a lot of new people in. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm excited. We got a tight end Crawford. I believe he's from think it was the Louisiana Tech, I believe, or Raging Cajuns, whatever it was. Really dog. He's a dog. I'm excited for him. We needed. I mean, after losing Jalen Conyers, tight end, I think he's really underrated in my opinion. That dude will go up and get a ball. But with Crawford and all that, I'm excited. I think we're gonna be pretty good. What's your number five?
My number five, as you're saying, let's go ahead and get the bias out the way. Texas Longhorns. I really want to see if Arch Manning can perform to the capabilities of which they say he is able to do. I got to see if that secondary that has just been riddled. I mean, we did get to keep Taft, but we lose Mbuka. So it's like, how are we gonna? We lost Barron. How are we gonna replace those kinds of guys? I mean, we got Anthony Hill, dog. I mean, that dude is an absolute animal. So we gotta see how that defense holds up, and we gotta hope CJ Baxter is the truth. But I'm really interested to see what we could pull together with a pretty cupcake schedule. So yeah,
Yeah. Also, I think it's piggyback off of that. Now, my number four will definitely have to be also the Texas Longhorns. I think it's because I grew up with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning and Arch Manning. He's holding that name and see if he can hold the value. There's never been a Manning to win the Heisman, so he can be the first one. It's interesting to see. Listen, I don't want to buy into the hype that much, but I get it. He is a Manning. I want to see. And I also, my opinion, I liked Quinn Ewers, but it just like to me those big games. There were sometimes he wasn't able to.
it would just fold. He would
Yeah,
just
exactly.
fold.
And if Arch Manning, and also before that, Arch Manning can run the football, and I
He could
love
run
it.
the shit out that ball.
Yeah, man. A&M game, that boy. Whew, come on, man. Yeah, that was nice. See, that's
Yes,
my
sir.
number four.
So my number four will have to be the Clemson Tigers. I need to see them pull together a full season, bring back the 2018 Clemson Lions for me. Is Dabo Sweeney still that guy? I mean, there's not much really else to be said about that. I mean, we've already hounded Clemson, so it's like, what more can I say that, did the transfer portal help finally? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. My number three. Let me think. I'm kind of torn in between a couple teams. I am honestly, I'm gonna go with Penn State, number three. Can they do it finally? I mean, they were close last year. Stuff happens. I just want to see Drew Allard. He just needs let's just do it, dude. You did a heck of a job last year. Come on, man. Can you bring it home just one time? I mean, and also I love watching Penn State's defense, man. I'm a big fan of that. I just not much to say. I just need like also on the other list or my the same list, they're just teams that just need to be able to get over the hump, and this is a team that I want to see get over the hump.
Yeah. Well, then for my number three, I'm gonna have to go with Notre Dame. They got a running back that has a chance to win the Heisman. I mean, the dude is a dog. I mean, certified. He showed it in the playoffs last year. I mean, dude could not be stopped. I mean, he went to war, and I mean, he went to war in that national championship. I mean, guy. The issue is quarterback. What are we looking at quarterback? You had Riley Leonard, which I'll be the guy to say it. Wasn't big on him. Loved him at Duke. Not a Notre Dame guy. But if you could push that together, I mean, Notre Dame always has a good defense and some of the best uniforms, might I add. Um, but that quarterback position we gotta figure that out. And if it's not figured out, then season's a bust. But if they got it figured out, watch out. I'm ready to see that.
Gotcha. Okay, moving on to number two. Did I already say Clemson? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So yeah, number
No, I
two
think
is
you said Tech.
yeah.
I don't know who your four was. What was your four, Clemson?
No, I think it was no Texas.
Texas
Texas
and then no and then
and then
Penn
Penn
State.
State. Yeah, number two is definitely Clemson. They are my I think they're going to win the national championship. They are my team to beat right now. It could change in a couple months, but Clemson, man, I just, like I said, I love Cade, man, and that receiving core. And I heard also that the defense, man, it's going to be stacked with talent. I don't, I mean, like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs of the program, but I've just heard from many different podcasts and, articles saying that,
He heard from down the grapevine.
yeah, no, these dudes are about to be the real deal. And I might put some money on it, if I could, but I am in Texas, sadly. So I am telling y'all right now, if you want to put some money down, go ahead, go put on some Clemson Tigers, man, or at least to win the ACC. I don't know. That's my team.
I mean, that's fair. That's really fair. So my number two team, as much as it hurts me to say this, is Oklahoma. That hurts. I hate that team. But John Mateer, I mean, does it get much better than that at quarterback? I don't know. I mean, there's well, you have to see. I mean, he did struggle in some big games at Wazoo, but when he looked good, boy, did he look good. He gets his offensive coordinator, comes on over. Now Brett Venables, he focuses on what he does best, defense. So now I'm really looking forward to see what they can put together. I'm hoping it's nothing, but something tells me it's going to be something. They're going to be electric, I believe. So look out.
Awesome. That is funny because my number one is going to be the Oklahoma Sooners, just for the same reasons you said. John Mateer. I'm like, this dude, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Texas Tech, we're playing in week 2, playing Wazoo. We did come off it might have been week 3. I might have got it wrong, but I know we came off some couple games, or at least the game was pretty bad. Abilene
Bad
Christian.
stretch. I think it was a bad stretch of games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but we went over there into Wazoo, and that dude ran all over us. That game was over before it even started. John Mateer is that guy. I believe he led his team in rushes in Wazoo. If I heard that correctly, he was the leading rusher. I might be wrong. I might have to look that up, huh?
Yeah.
I might have to look that up to really validate what I said. But other than that, though, but John Mateer, like I said, dude, that quarterback, dude, he is tough. And that Red River rivalry,
It's
dude,
gonna
I'm
be a fun
excited.
one.
Yeah, no, last year was disappointing, in my opinion.
Hey, sponsors, hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up, man.
Hit us
Yeah.
up.
Get us over there, man. Dang. I've never been. I want to, but
Yeah,
man.
I'll bring my chili.
Oh man. Some
Mm.
good chili, bro. But that's your turn. I'm it. Oklahoma Sooners my number one.
My number one team is the Texas Tech Red Raiders. I mean, how could I not be interested in a let's just call it lackluster team overall, has a few good years, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, hitting being the second best team in the transfer portal? You said how many blue chips? 13?
I believe it was, yes, sir.
Where is this coming back? And if I'm not mistaken, I did believe that I heard Micah Hudson done came back.
He did come back.
So you just got to hope Baron Morton is that guy. Because if not, he probably going to get replaced. But how can you not be excited for the Red Raiders? I mean, they are full head of steam now. I do believe. What's y'all's head coach's name? Remind me.
Joey McGuire.
That's the guy. I do believe if Joey McGuire does not perform this year, y'all will be out a head coach. Y'all will be needing one. Mark my words, because they threw everything in the cat at this team. It's put up or shut up time.
Yeah, you got to say thank you to Cody Campbell for all that money. Man, what a guy. You
What
know,
a guy.
And NIL has always been such a sour topic to me. But then you see Tech do something like that, and you're like, man, how do I root against it? It's definitely flawed. I do agree, but it's like, man, we're finally putting our chips into football. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah,
You know,
y'all what, basketball program? Baseball?
yeah, yeah. Well, baseball we're struggling in too, but yeah, basketball has pretty much been our sport. Football we have like a 7-5 season. We'll go bowling. We're just not.
Well, yeah.
We're in the Radiance Technology Bowl. We're not going like we beat Ole Miss. That's pretty cool. But other than that, like we got to do something. Like I'm just saying, this is the perfect time. This playoff format's perfect time to make it. It
Yeah.
might change in the future. It's a perfect time, and
Yeah.
you got to take advantage. You just got to win
I
the
think
Big
y'all make
12.
the playoff. That changed the whole trajectory of that program.
Yeah, and also I just looked it up. John Mateer did lead the Washington State Cougars.
What a guy.
Isn't that ridiculous?
All right. Now then, after that, did we do our favorites to win the Natty? We
Yes, we
did, didn't
did.
we? All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So then let's move on to who is winning Coach of the Year.
You want me to go first? I'll keep it short and sweet. To piggyback of what I said, Dabo Sweeney. He does it
Dabo.
again. Yeah, he does it. And these so-called haters and everything, I've heard he kind of warrants him himself. He kind of makes that stuff up. I get it. He's a questionable guy, but listen, that dude, man.
He's a God-fearing Christian.
Yeah, that dude, hey, it don't matter, dude. That guy gonna go wild. But I think he is. I think Cade might be in the Heisman. I think with this receiving core is going to get dangerous. I just watch out. I think he will win Coach of the Year as well.
Mm. All right, so I'm going to flip on you, and I'm going to say he finally gets to the big dance and he gets it done. He wins the big games he's supposed to win. Give me, I just forgot his name, James Franklin.
Nice.
Penn State, they're going to finally put together the season they've been needing for at least 20 years. They've been needing this season. They've been wanting this season. They're going to white out the Natty, and they're going to win that thing.
I
I
yeah.
How is he not coach of the year at that point? He did everything he was supposed to do. I see him. If not him, oh man, that's when you get into a long list of names. But I mean, I could see a team. I could see Brent Bielema winning Coach of the Year for Illinois. I mean, if he puts another great season together for them, he could possibly be a contender for that. So you know, who
Yeah.
knows?
And that was honestly one of the toughest like topics for me because I've never really looked into like Coach of the Year in like any like sport. I've just never thought about it. So I might
Yeah,
swing and miss hard. It might be
yeah.
some
Hey,
up and comer.
experts might.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
just is the team performing, and then it's who they like more.
For sure. And they have all the ins and outs. They know what's
Yeah,
going on. We're here
yeah,
left reading articles. We're scraping the bucket. We're
yeah,
looking for something.
yeah. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
No, heck no, dude. We're just here watching football. Come
Hey,
on,
we're just
man.
here to drink beer, watch ball, baby.
Ain't no wrong with that. Amen, brother. That's an American dream.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
All right. Give me your Heisman favorite.
Okay, so I have a couple of lists of names. We also have Cade Klubnik, DJ Lagway. Uh,
I like
wow,
that.
right?
Nobody's talking about him enough.
Man, that dude, he
That is a guy right there. That is
threw
him.
it. Yeah, through 11 games, have over 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns. He came in, revamped team in my eyes, man. Who you're
Thank
like, man,
God he was hurt against us.
that
Thank
yeah.
God.
Didn't y'all kill him? It was like 40, like 20. So what was
Yeah,
that?
but
40,
Graham
14.
Mertz was hurt, and
Yep.
then he was hurt. He got hurt the week before, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So thank
And then
God
I
for
got
that one. I was scared of that man.
that dude. That's a wild dude. I also got Garrett Nussmeier.
I love some Garrett.
He's actually, I think he's leading the odds or tied with Arch Manning for the
Yeah,
Heisman.
which that's we'll get into that here in a second, but
I also wrote down Jeremiah Smith.
I mean, why not? I mean, Ohio
Exactly.
State already, I think Ohio State legend.
Yeah, for sure. 88 yards
17
in
cooking.
yeah. I think he had 88 yards in the championship. I ain't mad at that.
I mean, he got a quick
And
40 piece on one play. Shit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also,
So
with y'all, man, that was just what a game, dude. I just don't. I'm sorry to bring it up, but that was just a fun
it
game. I
hurts, but
thought.
it's okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's a fun game.
people would blame Quinn for that. What do you do? What do you do against Jack Sawyer?
Yeah, that was
What do you
ridiculous.
do? Dude's an animal. I
Yeah,
mean,
heading over to Pittsburgh. That's fun.
yeah. Yeah. So my Heisman favorites.
I also got wait, Tom. I got two more. Sorry,
Oh,
out of left
oh,
field.
put it on me.
Got one out of left. John Mateer. I threw him down in here.
Really?
Yeah, I threw him down. I'll move to my next one real quick. Sam Levitt from Arizona State,
I like that.
and that's my Heisman favorites.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of keep it by the book. I do have Garrett Nussmeier on there. I do like Garrett Nussmeier coming back for his final season. I mean, it's LSU. When don't they have receivers? Yeah, pick a time. They always have them. It's wide receiver you. You know, I'm lying. Don't nobody come after me. Um, I mean, you got Garrett Nussmeier. I believe Drew Aller. Drew Aller. This is going to be his breakout year. He is my personal favorite to win it all. I mean, I love the Cade Klubnik. I'm on that train too. It's tough to say no to that man. I mean, like same as Drew Aller, super vetted, great receiving core, Hall of Fame coach. I mean, it's hard not to put him up there. I also had Jeremiah. I had that man because once again, 17 is the second best player on his team, minus Caleb Downs. I mean, and I wouldn't put it past that man winning one. That dude is crazy. I don't think they'll ever give it to a defender again, but
Hey, you never know.
you never know. Another guy, I'm trying not to ride his hype train too high, but his ceiling is high and his floor is low, and I'm a hope he hits his ceiling. Give me Lenore Sellers from South Carolina.
Mm, yeah. Wow, that was a good one there.
Everybody's calling him the next Cam Newton. Chill. He ain't got the arm. All right. Chill out. But boy is dynamic. The dude can run. So I have him. Look out for him.
You got to give big props. Led that gave him the 9 wins that year. 9-4, I
Yeah.
believe. Man,
Some
that
people
dude.
can say they got snubbed to playoff. I'm
Yeah,
not one, but
you
some
could,
do
you could.
say. Some do say.
That's oh boy, that's a tough one. Yeah, Sellers, when I did not include him, I was expecting an Arch Manning
No, I
years.
can't. I gotta see the kid play. What has he done?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's saying he's a great player. I watched him play Georgia when Quinn Ewers could not get anything rolling. And you know what he got rolling? Nothing. He did the same thing. So
Yeah.
I
I
just
just
got to
think
see more.
to be fair, I don't think anybody got it going against Georgia. Yeah, it was a tough game.
I believe Notre Dame did.
Oh, I meant like Texas. Like I don't think anybody
Oh,
really did.
yeah. I was like, I believe Notre Dame had some shit rolling there.
Yeah, no, they got it.
So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and Georgia might have a little bit of a down year to their standards. I'm not saying they're going to go under, but their identity running the ball is kind of losing its spot. I've heard, they had some troubles in camp, so they got to
Hey,
figure
but
that
they
out.
live life in the fast lane, baby. They live life in the fast lane. So we'll see.
Oh man, that one's going on TikTok. There you go. There's a clip. At first, I was like, yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, got you. Yeah. Oh snap.
Maybe they handle some of those speeding tickets.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
Let's
They'll
focus.
be all
Let's
right after that.
let's focus on that. All right, let's get off the field here.
Uh,
And you can't question their culture just because of all that, because they're still winning football games. And
gangbangers.
yeah, they had an off year and they still won the SEC, which I don't think is happening this year. I'm not gonna throw it out. I don't have my full rankings
We're gonna we're gonna address the top 25, and we can break down our P4 rankings next week.
for sure.
I I think I think next week we're just gonna focus on college ball. The week after that we'll focus on the NFL and we'll rank each division. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Before it all gets going, get a little preseason, and then I think we could come back, look back at it at the end of the year, see how we did. You know,
Yeah. And
because we're not
also,
expert guys.
yeah,
We're not experts.
we're not experts. Also, we're partnering with my cousin or my uncle, sorry. His name is Jacob. He'll do sports betting. He'll be on this YouTube channel as well. So if you want to hook, yeah, I think he's doing
we,
fights
we
and all
will have
sort
a
of things.
couple of guests. We got our
Yeah,
brother
for sure.
Austin, possibly our uncle Sean.
Smart man. He has masters in law, I believe in finance,
I
stuff like
don't
that.
think they care about that, just so long that he wins them
Just
some money.
yeah, hey, the dude's smart, man. I'm just saying, you want to listen to somebody. That's a smart man. Also, I'll throw in a couple bets. I've won a couple, but not the best. I will throw it out there. I'm just gonna go
Yeah,
in.
don't look at me. I don't gamble. Not my
Yeah,
thing. I'll do some friendly pride bets, but that's about as far as I go.
for sure. It's a
Um,
tough world.
I do believe we are done with this segment with college.
I am.
Do you have something to add?
Nah, man. Let's move on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're
I'm a
good.
little rusty here by that. I'm brand
First
new.
podcast. Yeah, for sure.
So,
Shit.
on to the NFL, the National Football League. It's not necessarily breaking news, but it is news. And in this time of year, we'll take it. Derek Carr retiring. Not too much needed to be said, but take it away.
Yeah, that dude played like an MVP the first 2 weeks for Saints for New Orleans. That dude was killer, but then after that, it is what it is. It's a Derek Carr ride. But I will say everybody's hating on him. He was like the first to lose to every team. I understand that. But when he was in Oakland, that dude was pretty good. I think he almost had an MVP season, was in 2017, was in the playoffs, and then he got injured. It was debatable that they could have went pretty far. I'm not saying win Super Bowl, but let's put some respect on Derek Carr's name. He was there. I'm a Bronco fan. I'll get that bias out the way. He whooped their ass a lot because we didn't beat the Raiders for a long time, kind of like the Chiefs. But I will say he's respectable and hope he has a good time. That's all I got to add.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to be this guy. He pretty much said it all. I'm not going to sit here and say this man had a stellar career. He had a very up and down career. I did think he got a little bit exposed as a system quarterback when he went to the Saints. But, hope he has a great retirement. Have fun golfing in Cabo, dude. Have fun. Moving on. Once again, not too breaking, but a lot of speculation around this. A very vague tweet from our man TJ Watt. Is he out the door?
Um, I would say, in my opinion, I'm gonna say no. So right now, Steelers currently have the seventh most cap space at just over about 34 million. Um, and like I said, if if they're gonna re-sign TJ Watt, then I kind of understand the trade for George Pickens because he kind of want a hefty price tag. So I kind of do understand trading him to Dallas, free up that space to get TJ Watt.
Which,
But
by the way,
my
love, love that trade for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, exactly. Why not? You didn't even give up that much for him.
No,
So
and now
I
you got to worry about CD and George. Forget
hopefully
about it.
let's hopefully his head's on straight. Like I said, there has been a history where these Steelers receivers, as soon as they leave, they kind of
Yeah, they crash out.
like Claypool, um,
Antonio Brown.
biggest one, Juju Smith.
Oh,
There's a lot out there. There's a lot of
yeah.
examples. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I will say. But for my reasoning on why I don't think TJ Watt's out the door, I think they are going to re-sign him is because the trade for DK Metcalf. If you were going to sell and you're gonna get new draft picks or something, you want to go at the bottom. You don't want to be mediocre, which I'm not even mediocre. They've been pretty good, but they just been staying there.
I think they're the definition of mediocrity. Going
Yeah,
just above 500, getting bounced first round of the playoffs.
I'm still playoffs, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but still, going just
yeah.
we were talking about it with Tech. When are you going to be done being okay with being right here and make the jump up here? You know what I mean? It's like me. I wonder. Me personally, I think he's gone. I'm not saying this year. I think this might be his final year. I think they're committing to a full rebuild. Is what it's looking like to me over here. You get rid of George Pickens because he's got what, a year or two left on his contract. You're right. He's going to ask for a bag. So why not go ahead and trade him, get some draft capital, and then let's go get us a young stud after we trade TJ Watt. They're not going to just let him walk. That would be foolish. Now, if it comes down to his contract is over, yeah, I see them at least making an attempt to re-sign. But to me, it's looking like a full rebuild to me. They're committing to it. I mean, they don't even have a quarterback. They don't even have a quarterback. Who, who are you going to throw in there? Will Howard? Mason
Yeah.
Rudolph? Are you praying Aaron Rodgers doesn't retire? I mean, there's too many questions on offense for me to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to try our best to keep this man because we have a chance at winning. No, it looks like they're committing to a full rebuild. All right, so to me, this might be it for him, and they're going to get as much as they can out of him. Draft capital and maybe a young stud.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I see that. See, like for me, I disagree is because it's like why trade for DK Metcalf there? What's the point? I get it. I thought you have DK and George Pickens. Well, my ideology is more of like you got the same team. You're back at square one. You just
Yeah.
traded a deep threat to acquire a deep threat. Well, like I don't get the point of it. Someone enlighten me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But
But we're not experts.
not experts, right? And there's 1 year left, and people have been questioning his productivity because the last 5 or 6 games
He's been
he didn't
struggling.
at yeah he didn't get a sack or a forced fumble, which forced fumbles are hard. Just because he's really good at it, you can't expect him to get a forced fumble every game.
Yeah.
Let's just calm
Can't
down.
expect him to get one sack away, half sack away from the record every year. I mean,
Exactly, yeah. And I don't want to question his production. Hell of a player. There are questions about it, but there is 1 year left, so this could be a make it break it deal. Maybe if it
we'll
goes off,
see.
you're like, dude, throw a bag.
Maybe
I
we'll see if he can stay healthy.
For sure, yeah, for sure. I totally understand. It's kind of cool. I never broke news like this. Not really news, but kind of my thoughts about it. I think it's interesting, and one of us has to be right.
Yeah.
So we both different, right?
Somebody's right here.
Someone's got to be right here.
I
I don't
love
know
it.
who, but that's all I got to add for TJ
Speaking
Watt.
of not knowing who is right, Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals are on polar opposite ends of a contract right now. Trey Hendrickson is feeling disrespected by the Bengals, and the Bengals, frankly, doesn't seem like they give a shit. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts here is we'll get into a couple weeks. We'll talk about the standings and the divisions and what we think the playoff race would be. To me, I have trouble putting the Bengals in the playoffs because of their defense. And you're not going to pay the best defender you have money. I don't get it. He is supposed to make 15.8 million. Miles Garrett's over there making, is it 40? He's going over whatever it is.
That's a lot.
Like
It's a
that
lot
dude,
of money.
yeah, I understand. He led the NFL in sacks 17 and a half. It's like you lose that production. Like what you're giving quarterbacks more time. Like what? Like why are we not paying? I get it, but you decided let's get T Higgins and Jamar Chase, and I get it. Hell of an offense, but I'm saying can the offense carry you all the way to the Super Bowl and win it? It's really debatable. You got to have a defense.
They're banking on it. What year was that? 2019? No, 2020,
20 2022, I
21?
believe. 21, 22, yeah. One
Yeah,
of
okay,
those, yeah,
hold
for
on. Because
sure.
he got drafted in 19, 20, tore his ACL. Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
he's
wrong
got a
there.
lot. Yeah, he's got a
Tore
lot of
something
injuries.
up, was out that season, and then was it the next year he went or the year after?
Yeah, well, I think we're in the same time range. People would know. Puzzle it in.
They're banking on that year essentially. They're hoping Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
Got some. Yeah, hey, they don't like you talking about that, dude. Watch it out, man. Watch out, man.
I mean, they're really banking. They are offense wins games type of team.
Yeah,
Um,
you can't say
I don't
championship. It's hard to
necessarily
say.
agree with it, but
I
you and
don't
I both
either.
know I'm a defensive guy.
No, yeah, I am too. I mean, you're in the AFC. You're
Yeah,
in the AFC North.
you have to
That team,
stop the Chiefs. I mean,
yeah. I mean, like the AFC North is comprised of defense. You got the Steelers, the
yeah,
Ravens. I'm not saying
yeah,
they're like crazy defense, but they're solid. And then you got the Browns. I mean, you got Miles Garrett and TJ Watt. I
yeah.
mean, Come on, dude. You got. I mean,
Roquan Smith.
right? And Malachi Starks. I'm excited for him. I feel like he's a perfect Raven, right? To me,
Yeah, hey.
wow, what a pick. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm nervous about him. He said he won't play for the Bengals in 2025 under his current contract. So they're like, he's
That's
either,
fair. I mean, you
yeah,
were a dog. Go
15.8,
get your bag, dude. Go
17 and
get
a
your
half,
bag. But here's
17
my
and a half.
thing. Don't. Here's
That's
my
too
fear with
much.
that. You're gonna sit out. You're gonna bust a Le'Veon Bell. What happened to him? Man got his bag and fell off the face of the earth. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But let's get something with a lot more meat on the bone. Quarterback predicament in Cleveland is interesting to say the least. Five, if I'm not mistaken, five quarterbacks in that room, four with a legit shot at starting. I'm gonna
Yeah.
scratch that. I'm gonna go ahead and say three with a
Yep.
legit chance at starting. I don't think they keep Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I think
I
he's
think
gone.
Kenny Pickett's the odd man out here. They got the vet Joe Flacco, right? I think he's definitely going to be starting the start of the season. I don't think they might try Dylan Gabriel because it did not look like that coaching staff that war room wanted to draft Shadur. So they're probably going to throw their hand at Dylan Gabriel first. But I have a suspicion that Shadur is going to be the starter by the end of the season, and he's gonna light it up. I'm really high on Shadur. The fact that he fell to the fifth round, I'm not going to Mel Kiper this, but the fact that he fell to the fifth round is a little absurd to me. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I agree. Deshaun Watson definitely will not
That was
start.
the yeah.
Yeah,
He's
let's.
irrelevant now. He's just irrelevant.
I think just eat that pay. Get rid of him.
Yeah, eat it. Just get rid of him.
Another. I mean, Broncos did it. They figured out a successful way to do it. You
Yeah.
got to both one of the worst trade, both terrible trades in the same year, overshadowed by how much they paid. You just got to cut him off. He's baggage at this point. It's a lot of weight. Kenny Pickett, like you said, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett's definitely gone. It's up to three, and like you said, I think we said we're about to say the same thing. Joe Flacco will start first. He's been pretty solid. I'm
The
liking his
vet he
little
got
revamp career.
Super Bowl. Super
Right.
Bowl.
Yeah, he did. And some crappy Mile High Miracle, which was fucked up. How you gonna call it Mile High Miracle when it's against us? But okay, we'll let that slide. That's messed up. But we'll,
That
we'll let that one go. It's cool. But no, I
was-
think Joe Flacco starts. Right now they're saying Shadur is about to win, but I'm not gonna listen to that. He's just all buzz. This is all buzz, and they're just trying to
I mean, yeah, it's
grasp at
training camp.
straws.
You don't listen to
Yeah,
training camp.
exactly. But I agree. I think Shadur Sanders. I think he will be like. I think Cleveland are gonna have to play him. The fans are gonna want him to play.
Is that
I
an issue
think.
though? Is
No,
that
I
an
mean, no, hell
issue
no,
that
no.
he's the fifth round quarterback as of right now? I'm gonna call him the third string quarterback, and he's getting more buzz than the two people ahead of him. Is that not an issue?
Yeah, I will say, yeah, that might be one of the underlying issues is like how can the locker room, live with each other with knowing that this guy he is a backup, but the fans are wanting him, and
Yeah,
like Joe
I mean,
Flacco, I think Joe Flacco would understand it.
yeah, I mean, Joe Flacco played for the Jets, did he not? And
Yeah, like he's there.
almost carried them essentially. I mean, the dude, he's gonna be good. I just see him either getting hurt. He's old, man. He's an old man. He's either gonna get hurt or they're gonna be like, "Hey, thank you. You played your role as a bridge. We got one of these two guys ready to go." And I'm not gonna sit here and toot Dylan Gabriel's horn because he is a Sooner, and I don't rock with that. So, no, I just don't think. I also just don't think he's it. He's not. He's not that great of a quarterback. I think he was a part of some great offenses, some great schemes in college. Shadur was getting chewed up at Colorado. Everybody's saying like he had it made. Dude had less than 3 seconds to throw the ball, and it was still almost leading the nation in passing yards. I mean, he is now. You give him a line. I mean, I don't know why he can't. I mean, yeah, he's got that little pat the ball issue everybody's talking about. Shut the fuck up. Everybody pats the damn ball. All right, it's not that big of a deal. Kenny Pickett's hands are small, but he's still in the court. He's still in there, dude. Like, chill out, guys. I believe they said that what was it? Patrick Mahomes, they were saying something about his hands being really small, or there was another quarterback that said his hands are too small. Dude's a Hall of Famer. All right, shut up. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So I do think Shadur is going to end up taking over. Like I said, I do genuinely believe they're going to try Dylan Gabriel first. They're going to try and suffocate the Shadur noise, but I just don't think he's going to pan out, and they're going to have to go to Sir Shadur.
Yeah, I think that's going to enhance the noise. You put Dylan Gabriel in there, and they've been asking for Shadur. Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
rough. And I am nervous for any quarterback, Dylan and Shadur. Like I said, the AFC North is a wild division to be in as a
it's a
rookie.
scary
Goodness gracious,
place.
yes.
Yeah,
You see Miles Garrett in a helmet,
yeah.
run.
Well,
And like,
he will see Miles Garrett in practice, though. In practice, they are on the same team.
oh yeah, yeah, my bad. Yeah, they're in Cleveland. What am I talking about?
But you see
Yeah,
TJ Watt?
TJ, yeah, TJ Watt.
Run.
Yeah, get out of there. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I don't know. Shador, it's hard because I wasn't the biggest fan of him, but I think drafting Dylan Gabriel third round is definitely a reach in my opinion. I think he should have fell way,
I think if
way.
at worst you should have flip-flopped those two.
I honestly like. I know we didn't have the podcast, but I thought Shador would go third round. But then
I
I listened to the noise, and I was like, maybe he is first rounder. But like my initial thoughts was him third round because I'm not sold on him, but I like him better than Gabriel.
I to me I like him better than Dart. I Dart is the product of an old of Ole Miss. He's a RPO merchant, one read merchant. I mean, I don't know how you could look at Shadur and be like, yeah, let me get this guy that only runs RPOs. What?
Yeah,
Shadur's making reads. He's got an accurate ball. No, he ain't got the strongest arm, but he doesn't have a weak one. And he's pinpoint with that shit. I mean, he is absolutely pinpoint. What what are we doing? I mean, I thought he was going first. I thought he was going to go top three. And then, the Giants got Abdul Carter, and I was like, oh, I understand that.
that's a
That
heck of a
makes
pick.
sense.
Yeah,
And then
for
whenever
sure.
the Steelers didn't get him, I
Yep.
was like, oh, oh, okay, so he's going to fall to the second round. I mean, nice little steal for the whoever gets him. Then the Giants trade back up into it, and I'm like, oh, well, there he goes. For the shock of the century that was Jackson Dart. And then what were the Saints doing? What the fuck were the Tyler Shuck? Are you fucking kidding me? The dude was a twig. Dude got hurt so much. I know you know personally.
Yeah,
He got
definitely.
hurt so much. Why are we taking this guy? He's pushing 30. He's 27 years old. What are you doing?
I don't
Uh,
know, man. Shuck. I mean, no one really talked about Shuck till like it was like a month or a couple weeks before the draft. Like his stock
yeah.
started going. I don't know why. I mean, I don't hate Shuck. He kind of lit it up. I'm not gonna lie. He was pretty cold. I don't know, dude. I think maybe Shadur had that bad of a interview. Maybe it
Well,
really
there
was
was
that
reports
bad.
that the Giants gave all of the people that they interviewed, all the players that they interviewed, they gave them a playbook that had mistakes in it that an NFL level player,
What's going on with the lights over there, man?
an NFL player should know and realize. And they asked Shadur about it, and he did not know that there were mistakes, and then got mad whenever they called him out on it. Is what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but it's just what I've heard. So
Yeah, it's a tough situation, but also like I don't know, dude. Like you're in a tough spot here. Shadur, you got to. I mean, honestly, the chip's on his shoulder, though. I mean. expectations are still really high for a fifth rounder. Like this might be the most expectations on the fifth rounder I've seen in a while. You know what I'm saying?
I
People
mean,
were,
probably ever.
yeah, I think people are so high on him being a first round top three pick, which I
To
can't
slide
fault.
that far. I mean, like Manziel slid, but I still believe he was taken in the first round.
Menzel wasn't he first?
No,
Was he not?
no, Manziel slid, bro.
Oh, I'm
Baker
actually
was first.
Baker was first. Might have been
Yeah.
a
Manziel slid. We were in Austin when that happened.
yeah. How about Baker though, dude? I love that guy now.
I hate OU, but I love Baker. I love me some Baker, man. Dude's just a dog.
Yeah, I said Johnny Manziel was pick number 22.
Yeah, he slid.
I was thinking of Baker Mayfield. My bad.
And then, hold on. First off, for all the haters that said it had an issue with people saying Shadur had an attitude problem, and then said so did Manziel. Do not compare the youngest Heisman winner, true freshman Heisman winner, to a guy who went, what was it, 18 and like 16 and
Yeah,
in college. Like,
yeah, first year
there's
stuff.
levels to this. Who went 0 and 10 against ranked teams where Manziel beat Alabama not once but twice. And I'm talking prime Alabama. Let's not do that. All right. There was a reason people looked past Manziel's attitude. Man is one of the goats of college. Shadur is not, okay?
Yeah. How about that? The jersey retirement. That's
That was
crazy.
what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I
Travis
mean,
Hunter, I
I
understand.
I can argue Travis. He won a Heisman.
He's the second ever Heisman winner for that program. Yes, retire his shit. Shadur, go put him on that other wall with notable players.
Yeah, I'm for sure. I'm not gonna say he didn't. Like, he did good. I'm not gonna lie. He
Yeah, I
changed
mean he
his
did turn.
dad.
He went. He took. They did take him from like what was it, 1 and 9 or whatever it was, or one
Oh
and
yeah, for
whatever it
sure.
was,
Yeah,
to a bowl team.
yeah. Absolutely demolished by BYU. But that's
Yeah,
beside the
hey,
point. They
neither
made it.
here nor there.
They made
They
it.
went bowling. They went
Exactly.
bowling.
Yeah, and they
They
had
went almost
honestly,
winless to bowling. All right, that's all we got to talk about.
they had a big chance to make the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, so did y'all. So
Yeah,
did
dude.
Tech until y'all pissed it down the drain against them.
Yeah, for sure. We had yeah, it was a good game. We were winning all game. That was ridiculous. I was kind of what's your
Because let
thoughts
me tell
of
you, as a UT fan, fuck Tech fans. Fuck y'all. Rude as
yeah,
shit.
they are rude. They are rude.
I
I
was
mean,
just
I
there
will
to watch a
say,
good game, and I'm over here catching strays because my team played that morning, and I wanted to show out for my team.
wasn't that the Florida game?
Yeah, yeah. It
That
was
was a
when we
Florida
played
game.
Florida. We
Yeah,
beat the
for
shit
sure.
out of them.
Yeah. Watch out, dude. You're lucky Mr.
Yeah,
DJ.
yeah. Fuck, I know.
Mr. DJ wasn't there.
And I am not excited for our first game of the season.
Um,
Ohio State
I honestly, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I have thoughts, but we'll talk about it next
next
week.
week.
Yeah, and I was
All I
thinking,
have.
what's your thoughts about like that the Giants?
I love the Abdul Carter pick. I love it. A bit of a number issue, I guess. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
realize
don't.
how big of a deal that was. Phil Simms, you said he could have it. Now you're
His
saying he can't
family
have
said
it.
no. Well, yeah, his family said no. I didn't know they
Uh,
had a. I didn't know they could do that.
yeah,
But
I didn't know he was dead.
yeah,
Pretty sure
I
he has
mean,
the same that, but whatever.
yeah, the brother
Um,
has a voice. Let's not cut him off.
yeah. I'm not huge on the Jackson Dart pick. I'm not gonna sit here and say I hate it. I did not like that they took him over Shador, but the kid has potential. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's gonna be their answer. I do not. But I think he has potential. Other than that, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just
they didn't
like
do anything
thinking.
crazy.
I'm just thinking about like the Giants' defense. I mean, with Abdul, you got Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau. You're gonna have a pretty good defense, and in that division, the NFC East, you're gonna need it. I think it's exciting, and also like, what's the thoughts on the trade for the the Travis Hunter trade, the
Oh,
Jags? What's your thoughts?
I'm torn. I am torn, man, because
They
and
gave up
one
a
thing it's like,
future.
yeah, it's like, yeah, you might have gotten a unicorn, but you pretty much just pissed the next 3 years down the drain.
If
He
he does not
better
pan out.
be the
Yeah.
greatest thing to have ever happened in the past 10 to 15 years, or that is going to be a terrible trade. Terrible trade. I mean, what? They gave away their first round. They swapped firsts, got rid of their second, got rid of their first and second for next year, and they got rid of their second and third for the year after that, I believe is what it was, or something like that. It's something crazy.
Tons of picks. I can't even recount them.
Yeah,
It was
it was
crazy.
ridiculous. And I'm like,
You gave away a future, and I get it,
it's,
but
just for the ceiling. I mean, the ceiling is up there as one of the greats. I mean, as where I'd put his ceiling is up there as one of the greats. But boy, he better hit that ceiling because if he doesn't, you're going to stay
yeah,
being that
Trevor
poverty franchise.
Lawrence. Trevor
Now,
Lawrence needs
let's
to get
talk
his
about
stuff together.
Trevor now.
He needs to get stuff together. He needs to. I
It
mean,
might be time for him to pack his bags.
yeah, I mean they just gave him an extension. It's like
Yeah, what did he
he's not
do?
in, he's not in, yeah, he's not in Clemson anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't don't pay for his college
I think
stats.
it's time. I think he needs a change of scenery.
I think so too.
I still think he has some left in the tank, and I do think he can perform. I don't see it in Jacksonville anymore.
Yeah, kind of be like a Baker Mayfield type. You know, he just
Go
maybe
and
needed
reawaken. Well, Baker was different.
different story, but I'm
They were getting rid of him while he was. This is
yeah,
why Cleveland will always be a poverty franchise to me, because you get a guy who takes you to your first playoff in
beat the
25
Steelers,
years, gives you your first playoff win in 30 years, then the next year tears his labrum and still almost wills y'all to the playoffs. Then y'all decide he can't throw the ball. Well, let's get him. Let's trade him for the sexual assaulter. Yeah, good call. Ha ha. I'm glad he's doing good in Tampa, man. I'm so happy for him.
I love it. I hate him
Yeah,
in college.
yeah, me too.
NFL, I love him. And it's like, but now you say the Browns, I think they made a good trade with the Jaguars.
To get Mason Graham,
I love Mason Graham. I mean, him and Miles Garrett. I think
that's gonna be
that
a
is
scary
gonna
front.
be a crazy. Okay. So me, prior to the draft, like we said, we didn't have a podcast before, but I wanted Abdul Carter to go to Cleveland because I just wanted to see him and Miles
That
Garrett just
two-headed
tear it up.
monster.
Yeah, but Mason Graham there, I'm not mad at it. I totally get the trade.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
yeah, I mean, I don't think they ever planned on getting Travis, to be honest. Looked
Yeah.
like they had their guy and they were fine. That's cool. Yeah. Give me everything you got.
Did it seem to you like they
Any
weren't
pick you
sold?
possibly could have that could make you a better team. Yeah, give me those.
Yeah.
And we have our guy. We were gonna get him no matter what. Is what it felt like. I mean, that was a pretty quick trade. I don't know if anybody saw, but that trade happened, I think, just about before their pick was even in. I mean, before their pick was even up. So
Yeah.
I remember texting you being like, "Oh, what? What do we
Like,
have going on here?"
where's Travis going now? Goodness.
Yeah,
Mayday. Where's Travis
yeah.
going now?
Where is Travis? Yeah, yeah. And I mean, there was talks like, I thought, hell, maybe Travis is the one that falls. I really thought Travis might be the one to fall because it's like, how much mileage does that man have on him right now? Playing both ways.
Yeah, I'm not even
I mean,
worried about like all that. I'm more worried about like his size. Like you're gonna be able to take a lot of stuff, and they're gonna run the ball at you. The
yeah,
corners you got to tackle in the NFL. Like you've got to. Like that's one of
yeah.
the traits you must develop. Durability is really a question. If he can, I mean, I
Yeah,
bet
I
he
do
can.
think he's going to have to focus on one side of the ball and just get
Yeah, dude, your life's going wild.
and just and just
Let the dude
get
speak.
just get really good at that position and then just kind of trickle him in on the other position. I don't think he can play the volume that he played in college. It's just not gonna work. He gonna
Yeah,
get hurt.
you do got Brian Thomas Jr. over there, hell of a receiver. So that might help him out. That's a good dude. That him and Malik Neighbors, I'm excited for the future for them. It's exciting receivers
Yeah.
coming up. I think I think we got a lot to talk about, next week. I think we talked enough tonight. I think
Yeah.
we
I
gave
was
it
about to say,
all.
speaking of next week, we'll see you there.
Yeah, hey, follow the YouTube. Follow the Instagram is Gridiron Boys. Also TikTok, we got Gridiron Boys as well. And also I want to thank Kid Quill for letting us use his song. Thanks for asking for our intro and outro. And that's all I got. You got anything else
Yeah.
to say?
Uh,
So good.
good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah. That's all she wrote.